Hello traders, if you have been following the MSNR series, you already know that we use 6 key levels to read the market. But here's something most traders don't realize. Not every level you draw on your chart is worth trading. In fact, some of those levels are quietly draining traders' accounts every single day. The question is, why? Because they look valid, but they are not. So today, I'm going to show you the difference between a fresh level and an unfresh level, and why understanding this one concept can save you from a lot of unnecessary losing trades. Stay with me because this is one of the most important lessons in the entire series. Before we dive in, let me quickly recap for anyone who is just joining us. MSNR stands for Malaysian Support and Resistance. In this strategy, we identify 6 key levels on the chart that helps us anticipate where price is likely going to react, reverse, or pause. And we have already covered these 6 levels in parts 1 to 3. So if you haven't watched them yet, I highly recommend that you do so. It will make this lesson much easier for you to understand. Now once you've drawn your levels on the chart, the next question is, which ones should you actually trade? So that's exactly what this lesson is all about.
Alright, let's quickly define what a fresh level is and as well as define what an unfresh level is. So what is a fresh level? Well, we say a level is fresh when that level has not been touched by price. That means once we identify a key level, any of the 6 key levels we have discussed, either an A-shaped key level or a V-shaped key level or a gap key level, 2 consecutive candle, or the resistance becomes support or support becomes resistance, or the QM key level, any of these key levels, once that key level is created and as it is being created, price has not touched it, price has not traded into that key level, we say that that key level is fresh. There is still momentum in that key level, there are energy in that key level that is ready to be used up by price. So once price have not used that key level is considered to be a fresh key level. So the opposite of a fresh key level is an unfresh key level. That means an unfresh key level is a key level that price has used, price has traded back to that key level and has either reacted from the key level. So that is a level that we say that is unfresh. So we in the MSNR strategy, we focus only on fresh key levels. We don't use levels that are not fresh because they don't have momentum, they have been used up, so liquidity has been taken and everything in that key level has been used, so we don't use such key levels in trading. But if a level that was fresh becomes unfresh, does it mean that that level can never be used again? That level that was fresh and then becomes unfresh can only be used if price should come back to that level and then close above it or below it again. That's, let's say we are looking at a bullish level, for example, a bullish level. Let me just quickly draw this level. Let's say this a bearish level, and then we have a buy candle. Let's say buy candle like this. We have a buy candle. You know that this here is a key level, right? Sell buy candle, that gives us a V-shaped key level. Now if price should come and then touch this level, right, touch this level like this, touch this level like this, you know that this level has been used, right? So when can this level become fresh again? Because at this point this level is considered unfresh, right? So when can this level become fresh again? It can only be fresh when price closes below this level and then price comes back to this level and then use it again. That's when this closure is what makes this level fresh again. That is why you need to take note that any level that was unfresh can become fresh again if price closes above or below it. So if we are talking about a bullish candle example, if a bullish level rather, if a level was used and price closes above it, becomes fresh again. We're talking about a bearish level. That is a level where you're looking to sell from, a resistance level. If price should touch that level and then closes below it again, we say that that level is fresh again. So now let me just show you a pictorial example of these levels that are fresh. All right, so this level is an A-shaped key level formed by a bullish candle and a bearish candle. We take this point as our level. This level has never been traded into. Price has not done anything like this. Price has not done anything like price has not touched it. So long as price has not touched this level, we consider this level to be a fresh key level. Now look at this V-shaped key level formed by a bearish candle followed by a bullish candle. This level, has it been traded into? That's a question you ask yourself. Has price touched this level? If price has not touched this level, that means this level is still fresh. So we can look for trading opportunities from this kind of level. So now let's just go to the chart directly and then see some levels in the chart that is fresh and unfresh. So let me quickly change to the 1 hour or the 4 hours time frame. Let me go to the 1 hour or the 4 hours time frame. See here, this is NZDCHF. By our definition, we should be able to see levels that are fresh and levels that are not fresh. So pay close attention as we check this out together. Now what do you see? This gap candle here is fresh. Why? Because this level was not used. Price just came back. It didn't reject it. Price didn't reject it. Price broke below it again. So this level is still fresh. Now look at this level. Look at this level. Price has not come back to that level. The price has not used that level. So that level is fresh. Okay, let me look for a level that price has used. Okay, now look at this. Look at these levels I mentioned before. Now we have the same level here. This is a bullish candle followed by another bullish candle. So this was a gap key level. We are looking to buy from it, but when price came, price did not reject. I'll show you a rejection. I will define a rejection so you understand what I said. Instead, price just traded through it and closed below this level. So that level, because price has closed below it, is still fresh again. And notice what happened here. Price came back, touched that level, and then dropped very nicely. So you want to take note of that example. Now, this is a classic example of a rejection. Look at this key level. Let me circle it. This key level. That's what we call a classic A-shaped key level because it is formed by a bullish candle first and by a bearish candle. So a bullish candle and a bearish candle forms this A-shaped key level. So this level, when price has not traded into it, like at this point, what do we see? The level was fresh. But at the point price came, look at this bullish candle when it came back to this level. What happens? Price tapped that level and failed to do what? To close above it. Instead, price closed below it. It taps that level, traded a little bit above it, but finally failed to close above it. Instead, closes below it. So we say that this level is no longer fresh. But now the level is what? An unfresh key level. Why? Because price has rejected that key level. So we focus mainly on trading levels that are fresh. Now, can a level be unfresh and then becomes fresh again like we said? Let me look for an example where a level was unfresh. When price closes above or below it, it becomes fresh again. Now take a very clean look at this example. Look at this example. At this point, we can see that this was a key level. A bearish candle followed by another bearish candle. We take we draw our line on the closing price of the first bearish candle, what happened? If you notice inside of the, please pay close attention to this example. Price, this bearish candle came and did what? Notice what the bearish candle did. It tapped into that level and then rejected it. So now, as price rejected this level and closed below it, we say that this level is no longer fresh, not so we cannot trade from it. But notice what happened after the rejection and closure below that key level, that gap key level. Price came back, closes above that level because of the rule we have mentioned earlier before now. Because of that closing, this bullish candle closing above this gap key level, we say that this level is fresh again. And notice what happened. Once price traded back into that level, it gave us a nice reaction to the upside. So when price closes above a level that has been used before, the level becomes fresh again. So if you don't know how to mark this key level, that means you have not watched part 1, part 2 and part 3 of this series. So you need to go back and watch them. I'll leave the link in the description so that you can understand this level. So what you need to do now, go to your chart, mark the levels that are fresh, about 10 of it, and mark the levels that are unfresh, about 10 of it, and mark levels that were fresh becomes unfresh and then becomes fresh again, about 10 of it. In your practice, you can send them to me via WhatsApp or wherever so that I can check them for you. You need to practice. You don't need to watch these things and not take action. Now the next and important question is, when you mark a fresh key level like this, does it mean that as soon as price trades back into this fresh key level, you're just going to enter a sell trade? Now, how can you define if this key level is worth trading from? How can you look for trading opportunities around this key level? Well, if a level is fresh, is worth trading from. But then it doesn't mean that all fresh key levels are just levels that you're going to get your trade from, because price can come to this level and then close and violate this level by breaking it. So that is what we are going to discuss in our next session. Now, that part of this lesson is very, very important. So do ensure to follow our channel, turn on notification, and stay tuned, because I'll be releasing that video as soon as possible so that you can learn about this strategy, profit and be profitable from it. See you in the next one.